Good evening, NRIBA families. I hope everybody is enjoying this nice sunny day with your families. I hope you all must have finished your dinner too. Okay, coming to the point. I, Krishnameni Vempati, Chair of NRIBA's Srujana Boston team, and my team would like to invite you all to this virtual gathering event, Grow It Yourself GIY. I saw last night concert for a few minutes, and I think I saw many of them, like around 250 families dialed in and made it successful. It is a concert for singing youth singers. Not only that, I would like to thank you all Srujanas for making Mother's Day event grand success with 23 participants. We rocked among all other chapters. That's a great successful event. Coming to our gardening event, we welcomed all families to attend and learn from our experienced speakers. As many of you know that this is one of the best seasons to do outdoor gardening and keep our family and kids busy and increase their bondage. Initially, when we were brainstorming for the ideas, the idea of gardening came into picture as this is the best time for do outdoor gardening. Before getting into our program, let me first quickly introduce our NRIBA Boston Srijana team. Krishnameni Vempati, Chair, Mahalakshmi Kancharla, Co-Chair, Shobha Dondi, Anjani Bachu, Jyoti Biyapu, Sirisha Pidiyamari, Pratibha Chanda, Sushila Majeti, Lizon Boston Chapter Lead, Padma Balaji, Advisor, Executive Director, Supriya Danda, National Srujana Committee Co-Chair. A few housekeeping things. We are going to mute everyone except the speaker. So if you have any questions, please type in the Zoom chat. We are going to take group picture at the end of the meeting via Zoom. So make sure to keep your camera on. Also, I would like to mention one more thing. There is an initiative going on in regards with Adopt a Parent program. There's a flyer posted in all our groups. Please reach out to us if you have any questions. Please try to post your questions only in the Zoom chat, as that is the only one that is being monitored. Before it's getting too late, let's start the program. Maha, can you please introduce the speakers today?
Sure, Vedi. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm very excited to introduce tonight's guest speaker, Mrs. Madhavi Sama, a software engineer from Sharon, Massachusetts. Madhavi Garu believes gardening as a good outdoor activity, physically and mentally. She has been enjoying fresh homegrown vegetables since 7 years. And now let's hear what needs to be done to start a garden from Madhavi Garu. Here you go.
So I am Madhavi Andi, and I hope everyone is doing well during the COVID season. And today I'm going to talk about the gardening presentation, like how we need to start the garden. So this will be useful for the new gardeners. So ఈ picture లో మీరు చూసినట్లయితే ఇది నా మా vegetable garden. ఒక 3-4 years back ముందుదండి. So these are the vegetables that I got that year. And today I'm going to talk about these points, like what is the best location for vegetable bed and what soil to use, what veggies or flowers to grow, when and how to start seeding and fertilizers. Why I'm talking these points is when you first decide to start gardening, so you get a lot of questions like what is the starting point and what to do and where should we start. So that's why I chose these points to talk briefly. Okay. First you decide about the gardening. So the first main thing is you need to decide the best location for the vegetable bed. So for all the plants, you need like sunlight for at least 6 hours, but 8 hours would be ideal. That's the best thing, because most edible plants, they need the sunlight. Otherwise, they cannot grow properly in the shaded areas. So to decide the final spot, observe few days, like how sun is passing, like sun direction, and then decide the final spot. In my experience, south or southwest is the best place to keep the vegetable bed. And also one more thing we need to keep in mind is it's good if you have the source of water close by to your vegetable bed so that you can water the vegetable bed properly, like it's easy to watering. And ideally, it's good if you have convenient access to tools, storage, and equipment, whatever we use it for the bed. Okay, now we decided to do the garden, like by now we decided the place. What's next? Next big thing is the soil, because soil is the main thing to grow the plants. So where to buy the soil and what to buy the soil? So what I did was I bought the loam compost from the local nurseries. Why local nurseries? Because when you first starting the gardening, raising bed, you might need more soil. So it's cheaper in the local nurseries, and also they do deliver at home. So it's easy for us to do. And every year at the fall, we get the dead leaves, kada, dead leaves from the big trees. You just put it in the vegetable bed and tilt the soil. What it does is it will decompose fast, and they preserve the water in the soil for the next year. So it will be good for the plants. Next, add cow manure if possible every year, because cow manure acts as a rich nutrients like fertilizer to the plants. And make sure soil is little bit loose and 3 to 4 feet depth. Next one. Okay, you have the vegetable bed now and you have the place, everything is done. Then the next thing is deciding the vegetables to grow, what vegetables to grow. Make a list. My suggestion is decide the vegetables what you're using every day in your life. So that is the best use of the vegetables. And you can buy vegetables in seedsofindia.com online, the Indian vegetables, or you can get it from India, and other varieties you can get it from Home Depot or local nurseries. And soak some seeds for 2 to 3 days before planting. Why? If you soak the seeds for 2 to 3 days, what's the reason for that behind that is it reduces the germination process and your plants can grow fast. So that's the main reason, soaking some seeds. And one more thing, if you want to start your garden from the seeds, do that from the end of the March or the early April, so that you can get some small seedlings by the May or June, so they are ready to plant them. Usually what I do is I start at the end of May or April, and then I put it in the sunlight. I don't use any grow lights. Grow lights is also good, but I just put it in the sun during the day, and I put it back in the home so that the seeds can get some sunlight. And also we need to find the vegetables, what vegetables at what time we need to plant. For example, lettuce and spinach, you can just put them directly in the ground because they can tolerate the cold weathers. Tomatoes, eggplants, they cannot tolerate the eggplant, so it's better to start from the pots at home and then transplant to the vegetable garden. You see here in the picture, I put these things in the deck for the sunlight. And vegetables and flowers to grow. So, okay, now we have the seeds and seedlings. Now it's time to put them in the vegetable bed. How? Spacing between. We need to give some space for the plants. Otherwise, they cannot grow properly. And grow same plants close to each other. And don't grow same plants in the same area every year, because the reason is if you grow the same plants in the same area every year, it takes the same nutrients at the same time, so it's not good. And don't plant vine plants next to tomatoes or eggplants. Vine plants ante ippudu sorakaya alantivi teegalu avi vastayi kada, baga vedalpuga they expand a lot, so it's not a good thing. So it's the other plants, tomatoes or eggplants, they cannot grow properly if you put like they next each other. So don't do that. That's one suggestion. And this is the vegetable garden, and these are some vegetables. I got it last year. Not last year, sorry, 2013. And fertilizers, to grow the vegetables properly, we need to put fertilizers, but I prefer to do the organic farming. So I do the organic vegetable fertilizer spikes or use the neem oil. Neem oil is best. We can get it in Amazon and everywhere. and follow this nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium formula, how to find it. So when you're ordering the spikes or fertilizers, you can just see the details and add the fertilizers. Like you need to keep on adding like the fertilizers, not only at the starting point, just add first and also in the middle and also at the end sometimes, so that the plants can grow properly. Andy?
Wow.
I hope you enjoyed the
Yeah.
slideshow.
Yeah. Wow, Madhavi Garu,
That's
what
nice,
an
Madhavi.
information and detailed speech, Andy. Thank you for sharing your amazing experiences. Nice presentation, Andy. It's from seeds to seedlings to bed to you covered everything with the fertilizer. That's a very good presentation. Thank you, Andy. Now, Maha, can you please introduce speaker two, Andy?
Sure. Our second speaker is Mrs. Sushila Devi Majeti, a software engineer from Grafton, Massachusetts. Sushila Garu is very enthusiastic participant in volunteering non-profit organizations. Enjoys cooking, besides she finds greater enjoyment in gardening since 15 years. Let's learn more on vegetable caring, harvesting the crop, and more information on floral gardening from her experience. Please join me in welcoming Sushila Garu.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much, Maha. Thank you, Krishnaveni, for giving me the great opportunity to share my experiences with the garden. I'm going to share my screen. So, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Sushila Devi Majeti. I am one of the chapter lead in Boston too, NRIVA Boston chapter lead. And also I love to cooking and gardening and enjoying more socialization with the friends and family gatherings. So today I would like to show like what are the veggies and leafy greens and also flowers that I grown past 10 to 15 years. So I'm going to share. So this is my garden veggie beds this year, and also I am also following the same for past 15 years, like how I plant the veggies in the beds, like maintaining certain distance, and these are all my veggies. So this kind of beds I use, and these are my vegetables. Last year grown vegetables like cucumber, tomatoes, bendakai and green chili, small, big, and cherry tomatoes, Indian doskaya, eggplants, long and small, and little fingers, and green beans, sorakaya, everything. These are the leafy greens I have, curry leaf, bachalikura, and pudina, and gongura. So this is the bendakaya, and these are the I started gardening like almost 15 years back. I have a thought like doing the gardening. Once my kids started asking like, Amma, how these are growing from the plants? Because when we moved here, they're very young, and whenever we go and buy vegetables in the Indian grocery store, they are very curious about like how they are coming up, and we don't have any chance to show them. That time I'm not aware of any of these farms to show them. Only we know the apple picking and strawberry picking and all those stuff, not the vegetable garden or a vegetable farms. I don't have any idea. Now I know where these are all farms located. So that time I have a thought like showing like I can show them how to grow all these vegetables from the plant, from the seed. So that time we bought a home in 2005 in Grafton. I started like couple of vegetables first, and these are the vegetable I started, and they're growing very good and very easy to grow them. So these are most of the time I prefer buying the plants from the nursery. If you have does not I mean you if you don't want to waste too much time like seeding and everything, there is an option to for the seeding also, but still I prefer to buy the plants, because when you're working you don't have much time. When you have a small kids, if they're like a they're playing around in the home, like they want to do some mess up with the seeds when we put the keep the parts and everything in the home. So that is the reason I started buying the plants from the local nurseries. You can go with the seeding to get the samplings, and also you can do buy from the nurseries or any Home Depot or Lowe's as well. So these are the leafy vegetables I have. Curry leaf, my curry leaf plant is almost 15 years old and it will give lot of curry leaves. The bachalikura, like the second one you can see in the picture, that I grow them with using the bachalikura stems from the Indian store. Whenever I bought, I will plant them in the soil so it will grow like this. And the bottom, the first one you can see, that is the mint. Mint you can get anywhere and you can plant. It is a perennial. It will come every year. It's very useful and healthy, and you can use it all the years without planting again and again. The next one, the last picture, is the gongura. Gongura seeds, like Madhavi mentioned, you can get it from the indianseeds.com or somewhere. So you can, this is an annual plant. So you can put the seeds every year. So you will get that one. So this is the bendakailu. Like I always buy the plants from the local nursery. So you will get very less, but it is good to show the kids like how they are coming from the plant. So that is the reason I put different types of vegetables to show the kids. And also one more thing, gardening is very helpful for our health also. Like any stress relief. Like as soon as I come back from the office, I will go and do the watering the plants. So watering the plants will relieve you more of stress. So that's what I felt first 15 years. So hope you can enjoy the like a gardening also with. So these are the green beans. Like you have to give more space for the green beans when you are planting also, because they became a bush. So it will give lot of beans. So I always put the plants with 1 feet width each plant, and also you have to put some stick or something to hold the plant so that they will not fall each other like side by side. So you will get more beans also. Like it is easy to pick. This is the eggplant one. I have Chinese eggplant and the round eggplant and the little fingers also. So these eggplants are really, really good for the gardens. Any beginners, like if you see the second picture, the space between the eggplants. So I'll give like that. And the same thing I follow, like putting the sticks on the one after other to hold the plant. And these will come like a crazy. So you can try these. And these are the Indian cucumber, the dosakai. I got the seeds from one of my friend every year, so I always put. This will come very less, not as expected, but these are really good taste and have. This one, this is the cucumber. Like a cucumber, you can buy any from any nursery. Like it is very easy growing plant, and you will get like lot and lot, and it is very good for our health too. And these are the green chilies big. These also I bought from nursery. So it's a very good one, not that much spice as everyone likes. You can use for the michi bhaji. This one is the big tomato and the cherry tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes and big tomatoes are coming like a crazy nowadays for me. So it is good to have in the garden, veggie garden, and try buy any from the any local nursery. And also like once we are done with the, once we are done with all this winter, the summer, we can store it also the tomatoes in freezer. I always freeze these like a in a Ziploc bags. First wash with the hot water and make them to dry, and keep it in the freezer. It's a good idea to keep in the freezer to use in the winter time. This is our sorakai. So sorakai also we'll buy seeds from the indianseeds.com. So sorakai will come very good way, but it will, as Madhavi said, it will occupy a lot of space. So please keep a little bit away from the normal veggie plant so that it is really good. And this is the small green chilies. It will be available in our local nurseries too. So he is my son. He was so excited to see how the sorakai plant will plant and how it will grow. One time we got the sorakai like almost 3 feet. He was so excited to hold. That's why I kept this picture. And the flowers I have. So flowers, we have two types like annuals and perennials. So these are my jasmine, Mallepulu and Kankambaram. So we have a big plant, Kankambaram as well as the Mallepulu. So these are not perennial, but these kind of annuals, we have to make them like keep it inside after August, early September also. And Kankambaram is very difficult to maintain the plant inside the home. So we have to take care of like a not too much watering, and same with the jasmine as well. So and with the wherever the sun comes, like a patio door or somewhere, we have to keep, and we have to keep observe. Like it's very delicate plants, these two. These are jasmine plant. This is Kankambaram. These are peony flowers, perennial. These are in my garden too. So these comes once in a year, and this is a perennial. If you plant one time, it will come every year, like around May end or June first week. And you will get like anywhere, any nursery or Home Depot or Lowe's. This is good for gardening as well to keep, because we need not to spend more money on the flowers every year. So that I prefer perennials, so that it is easy for us as well. And these are the roses in my garden. This is also perennial. And these are peony, lilies, and azaleas. These are all perennials. And this is marigold annual. How I will grow them is like whenever I get the marigold, I use a couple of flowers in the sun and I keep it for the next year. Once the sun, in June 1st or 2nd week, if you put the seeds from that flower, whatever we stored flower, they will come like a crazy. This is good. And that's all. Thank you.
Wow. What a excellent presentation అండి. అందుగురించే యా మీ వెజిటబుల్స్ కానీ ఫ్రెష్ పూలు కానీ ఎంత బాగున్నాయంటే ఇప్పుడే ఇలా వండేసుకొని తినేయాలి అనిపిస్తుంది జ్యూసీగా.
Thank you so much. My sincere advice is like start planting wherever it is possible, and try to show the kids like how they are growing, because kids whenever we go to India, we are very busy, and we may not get the chance to go to the farms and all those stuff. At least we can show them to the kids, like these are the vegetables we are buying, it is coming like this. So that's what even flowers, everything is same. When they blooms, like kids will so excite for the flowers.
అవును, ఐ అగ్రీ. అండ్ అందు గురించి అనుకుంటా మీరు చేసే వంటలు కూడా చాలా ఫ్రెష్ గాను చాలా రుచిగా ఉంటాయి.
Thank you.
That's true. And kids love the gardening actually. మనము వేసినప్పటి నుంచి అది ఎలా గ్రో అవుతుంది, ఎలా పెరుగుతాయి అనేసి మై కిడ్స్ లైక్ ఎవ్రీ కిడ్, ఐ థింక్ ఎవ్రీ కిడ్ ఇస్ ఆల్సో.
So now we got all like how we are doing manually to the gardening and everything. Now moving to the technology, like Maha is going to introduce the next speaker.
No, before that ఒక చిన్న రిక్వెస్ట్, 15 minutes మనము క్వశ్చన్ అండ్ ఆన్సర్స్ ఫర్ ట్రెడిషనల్ గార్డెనింగ్ కి పెట్టాము. So that is going to be led by Jyoti. Jyoti, can you please read one question at a time from the Zoom chat? So you both, Madhvi Garu and Sushila Garu, will answer those questions for traditional gardening.
Okay. Thanks, Veni. Good evening, everyone. This is Jyoti Beapu from Nirva committee member. That's what wonderful presentation by Sushila Garu and Madhvi Garu. There are a lot of questions. Let me read one at a time. Sushila Garu, మీ గార్డెనింగ్ చూసామండి. తులసి ప్లాంట్ ఉంది, జాస్మిన్ ప్లాంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, మళ్ళీ కనకాంబరం ఉందండి. వింటర్ సీజన్ లో మీరు ఎలా మెయింటైన్ చేస్తారు వాటి?
Winter season, that's what I told, like in the presentation also, like it is very delicate plants. You have to keep it inside before like frosting comes. Before 50 degrees it is going, you have to check the weather and keep it inside, because like sometimes one day is weather is 60s and 70s in the night. You have to check the temperature in the night. So once it is falling to like a 60s, better to keep inside the tulasi plant and jasmine and curry leaf and Kanakambaram, because those are very delicate plants. So if the temperatures are up and downs, like it's very hard to manage. They will die actually. So that's one big thing. And you have to keep in not in the shade, like in the patio or window, wherever the sunlight comes inside also. you have to make sure they have sufficient. I never tried with the light or anything, growing light or anything. I always keep at the breakfast area so that we'll get most of the light over there. So that is the only the tip I can give. And water also, don't do too much watering inside. You have to check the soil with the hand and see like whether it is wet or not, and slowly put the water. That's all.
Okay, it's a question from Nilma andi. Coriander leaves చాలా సార్లు ట్రై చేశారంట, బట్ she cannot do, it won't work out. ఏం చేస్తారు?
Coriander leaves, like even I never tried, and I don't have any experience with that. Like maybe for my experience, I tried with the methi leaves and everything, but not coriander leaves. Maybe you can soak and keep it moisture, and when the sprouts come, maybe put it in the soil. But I cannot say anything because I never tried those.
Yeah, one thing
Maybe
andi.
Madhvi garu can explain it.
వన్ థింగ్ అండి, కొరియాండర్ ధనియాలు వేసేటప్పుడు దానికి ధనియాలు వేస్తాం కదా, అది ఏం చేస్తామంటే కొంచెం క్రాక్ చేసేసి సీడ్స్ ని సాయిల్ లో వేసేసి కప్పేస్తే వచ్చేస్తాయి. కొంచెం క్రాక్ చేస్తే బాగా వస్తుంది.
Yeah, that's good idea.
Madhvi,
I'm also following that same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Madhvi,
Yeah, that's what I do అండి ఎవ్రీ టైమ్.
మాధవి మీరు చెప్పారు కదా కౌ మెన్యూర్ బాగా యూజ్ చేస్తామని. హౌ ఆఫన్లీ యూ యూజ్ దట్?
కౌ మెన్యూర్ అంటే సో ఆఫ్టన్ అంటే మేబీ ఒక ఫ్యూ వీక్స్ కి ఒకసారి. ప్లస్ కౌ మెన్యూర్ కొనేటప్పుడు కూడా అంటే ఫ్రెష్ కౌ మెన్యూర్ కాదు, కొంచెం ఓల్డ్ కంపోస్టెడ్ కౌ మెన్యూర్ దొరుకుతుంది కదా, అది యూజ్ చేయాలి.
So somebody will use a Miracle Grow. Is it good?
Yeah, Miracle Grow కూడా good అండి.
Yes అండి, ఎందుకంటే నేను ఆల్వేస్ ఎవరీ ఇయర్ ఐ యూజ్ మిరాకిల్ గ్రో ఓన్లీ.
ఓకే, యా మిరాకిల్ గ్రో కూడా గుడ్. కాకపోతే ఎక్కువ క్వాంటిటీలో కొనేటప్పుడు లోకల్ నర్సరీ ఈస్ ద బెటర్ ఆప్షన్ అన్నట్టు, ఎకనామికల్లీ అదర్ థింగ్స్ కూడా. కానీ మిరాకిల్ గ్రో కూడా గుడ్.
మిరాకిల్ వాడేటప్పుడు ఏంటంటే ఓన్లీ వన్ థింగ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు బి వెరీ కేర్ఫుల్ వెన్ యూ ఆర్ యూజింగ్ ద మిరాకిల్ గ్రో ఫర్టిలైజర్ ఆర్ ఎనీథింగ్. యూ హ్యావ్ టు బి perfectly follow the instructions what they mentioned, mixing the water and everything. If the more you add, the plant will die. So that is the only thing you have to be very careful with the Miracle Grow fertilizer. The cow manure, I'm not sure about, I never tried that, but Miracle Grow you have to be follow the instructions carefully.
బయట ప్లాంట్స్ పెట్టినప్పుడు కొంచెం గ్రీన్ కలర్ బగ్స్ కనిపిస్తాయండి. సో ఏం చేస్తారు వాటికి? లైట్ గా లీవ్స్ మీద
You can use the neem oil andi. That's what I'm thinking. I haven't seen that, but
yeah, even I haven't
neem oil
seen
is
them.
good. You can just spray the neem oil.
ఓకే, మీరు
ఎందుకంటే నీమ్ ఆయిల్ కొంచెం ఇన్సెక్ట్స్ కి అవంతా దాన్ని కిల్ చేస్తుంది. ప్లస్ ఆర్గానిక్ కూడా.
యా, అంటే బయట పెట్టినప్పుడు అంటే ఇంట్లో నుంచి బయటకు తీసుకెళ్ళినప్పుడు కనిపించిందా వాళ్ళకి? ఎలా?
లేదండి, బయట ప్లాంట్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడే మీరు చెక్ చేస్తే లీవ్స్ కింద గ్రీన్ గా కనిపిస్తుంటాయి బగ్స్, చిన్న చిన్న.
యా, అలా నీమ్ ఆయిల్ యూస్ చేయొచ్చు. ట్రై, యా దే కెన్ ట్రై దట్.
Neem oil or Miracle Grow fertilizer insect killer for fruits and veggies, that also you will get. You can try that one too. So everything with the fertilizer you buy, like for Miracle Grow or anything, when you are applying, you have to follow the instructions, any insect killer or fertilizer, because we have to be very careful with this one, because these are all not natural, right? So you have to be chemicals, so it will spoil the plant.
Okay. లేఖా గారు అడుగుతున్నారండి, షీఈస్ ప్లానింగ్ టు గ్రో okra at least 8 plants. They grow well in parts 2. పార్ట్స్ లో కూడా గ్రో అవుతాయి అవి?
పార్ట్స్ లో కూడా గ్రో అవుతాయి, కానీ గ్రో చాలా తక్కువ ఉంటుంది అనమాట గ్రో రేట్ మీకు కంపేర్ టు ద మామూలుగా బెడ్స్ మీద కానీ అర్త్ మీద కానీ వేస్తున్న వాటి మీద కంపేర్ చేస్తే ఆల్వేస్ ఎనీ ప్లాంట్, ఇఫ్ యు టేక్ ఎనీ వెజ్జీ ప్లాంట్, if you put on the soil, it will grow little faster, I feel. If it is in the part, it will grow, definitely it will grow, not that much.
That's true, yeah.
Oh, another question from Kala andi. Tan first time gardening chestunaranta. Climbing plants ki like cucumber, bottle gourd, I mean support from any suggestions from that?
యాక్చువల్గా స్టిక్స్ దొరుకుతాయి దానికి, స్టిక్స్ ప్లస్ కొంచెం మెష్ లాగా కూడా దొరుకుతుంది. యూ కెన్ యూజ్ దెమ్ అండి, ఎదర్ హోమ్ డిపోట్స్ లో అలా తీసుకోవచ్చు.
Yeah, if they have their own home and they're putting on the near deck or something, this is the first time for them, right? If they really want to try, they can just stick with the near the deck and they can put that.
Yeah, that is
that
also
is
good
also
idea.
best option. I always do.
Okay.
Hi, can I speak? Hi, this is Kala.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, actually, first time I'm raised bed from Costco. I got some poles from the garden fence poles just now from Lowe's. And I am planning for the tendrils, like any mesh or what do you suggest, like nylon thread or twine. What is the best thing?
Any thread is fine అండి టు హోల్డ్ ద తీగ, అంతే. తీగలు పాకడానికి వాటికి ఏదో ఒక ఆధారం కావాలి కదా. ఏ విధంగా మీరు పందిరి వేసుకోవచ్చు.
యాక్చువల్గా వెయిట్ ఎక్కువ కదా, అందుకు అంటున్నా. అన్నిటికీ పోల్స్ తెచ్చాను కార్నర్స్ కి.
సరిపోతుందండి, ఎందుకంటే మనము చెట్టు అంటారు కదా, చెట్టుకు కాయ భారం కాదని. సో అవి ఒక్కొక్కసారి అల్లుకుంటా వచ్చినప్పుడు అవి చాలా స్ట్రాంగ్ గా ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. ఓన్లీ ద థింగ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు టై ద స్ట్రింగ్ ప్రాపర్లీ, ఐ ఫీల్. యా.
Another question from Geeta Andi. She wants to know about bachal kura, whether we have to plant it every year.
బచ్చల కూర యాక్చువల్ గా ఏంటంటే మీరు స్టెమ్స్ పెట్టేస్తానండి, విత్ ఇన్ ఎ మంత్ లో ఇట్ విల్ గ్రో అవుతుంది. ఇఫ్ యూ రియల్లీ వాంట్ టు కీప్ ఇట్ ఇన్సైడ్, ఇట్ విల్ గ్రో ఇన్సైడ్ యాజ్ వెల్. మీరు సీజన్ అయిపోయే ముందర సెప్టెంబర్ లో అట్లా ఒక పాట్ లో పెట్టేసుకొని ఇంట్లో కూడా తెచ్చుకోవచ్చు, వస్తుంది. కానీ I never prefer that one because I already have lot of plants, that's why. But some people, they will keep inside also, it will grow inside too.
Yeah, but it's not perennial andi, you have to plant every year.
Yes, preferably.
Yeah, another question from Anjani garu. Any special tips to maintain curry leaves? What do you as a fertilizers for the curry plants?
That's Sushila garu's question.
You use for curry plants.
Yeah, curry leaf plant, I always, as I said earlier also, like I always use Miracle Grow fertilizer for every plant once in a year, not in twice.
Oh, once in a year, and thank you.
Once in a year.
Okay.
Okay.
I
think, yeah, questions.
Thank you. And
yeah.
Sushila garu and Madhavi garu, thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank
Hi,
you
ladies,
all.
can I talk for a while? Just for a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Lekha. I use for the curry leaves, I always use the Epsom salt.
Okay.
మన బియ్యం కడుగుతాం కదా, ఆ నీళ్ళు కడిగేసి పక్కన పెట్టుకుని ఆ నీళ్ళు పెట్టి చూస్తారు, బాగా వస్తారు.
Yeah, I heard that one too, but I never tried andi. Yeah.
Oh, thank you,
I always do andi, అందుకే చెప్తామని చెప్పండి.
Yeah, that's great andi. Yeah.
మిరాకిల్ గ్రో ని అంటే యూజ్ చేయను.
Mm-hmm.
So this one works better for me.
Oh, nice.
Great.
Okay. Thank you, Andy. That was a great question and answer session. Thank you, Jyoti, for leading that. And now I would like to ask Anjani to introduce speaker 3.
Yeah, thank you, Vani. With all the wonderful information we got from Sushila garu and Madhavi garu, I guess we're all ready to start our garden next summer. And I think we covered for the summertime. But being a New Englander, I guess it would be very nice to have those vegetables again in fall and winter too, right? So we have our next exciting presentation by Shobha Donti, who is going to show us how we can continue to grow vegetables in both the fall and winter too. Shobha Donti, she is from North Andover, Massachusetts, and she's been running her Kumon Center for the past 17 years successfully. She's also a passionate gardener who has been growing her own vegetables for the past 9 years, all year long. So without further ado, please join me to welcome Shobha, and she will show us how she does it all year long with her own vegetables. So let's welcome Shobha. Shobha garu, welcome, Andy.
Hi everyone, this is Shobha, and very nice to I'm very happy to be able to present what I do with my indoor garden. I got very nice tips from both Sushila garu and Madhavi And like Madhvi said, gardening is very peaceful work. It's feel-good work. And Sushila Garu also said that it's a very big stress relief. And I totally agree with that. So for me, I have always, and also want to thank Anjali Garu for the nice introduction. We moved to Massachusetts in '97 after living for about 10 years in Texas, where the growing season is so much longer than the 3 months that we have here in Massachusetts. I've always enjoyed growing vegetables and greens every summer for the past few years. And, like I said, it's such a feel-good activity. I like to get my hands dirty in the, digging up and, planting, and more than anything, I like to harvest my vegetables. And as you can see, this is, part of my harvest in the past few summer months. But like I mentioned earlier, the growing season here in New England is very, very short, approximately only 3 months. So I always felt the void in the fall, winter, and spring because growing outdoors was not feasible at all. So I tried growing, some indoor plants, some of these indoors, but it really did not work out because the conditions were not right. So I kept looking for things to try. And one day at meeting, we have a local merchants association. So one of the speakers was speaking about the tower garden and hydroponics. And I'm like, really? No dirt? It's all water? And she was explaining everything to me that, you can grow everything indoors throughout the year. And this tower, you can keep it outside during the summer months, but during, when the conditions are not ideal for outdoor gardening, you can, bring this indoors and grow everything indoors. So this really, really intrigued me. And I said, I really want to try this. So I went to her house, saw her tower. I said, okay, I need to get one for myself. So that is how I first got it. And this was my Deepavali gift for October 2016. So this was my present, and this is when I first assembled my tower back in October 2016. Okay, so I'm going to share a short video, and I'm going to talk about how this works. And this was this video was taken on May 10th, just about a month ago. Let me start this, and I will talk a little bit about it. So this is my tower, and as you can see that it has 20 pods in here. And those pods are, like a basket. Okay, I'm going to start the video now. This is the assembled tower. And getting closer, this has 20 pods. And like I mentioned, it's like an open basket. Okay, so coming back a little bit, if you see the bottom, the green part, it's a 20-gallon tank. I have it on wheels, so it's easy to move around. And if you look inside the tank, you can see a pump. Okay, you may not be able to see it very clearly, but it's there. Okay, so I keep the pump on for watering, 15 minutes on and 45 minutes off. And the cycle goes throughout the day. The next step is actually preparing the rock wools. These are called rock wools. And this is what we use to plant and grow. So right now I'm preparing with some organic spinach. You plant about 4 to 5 seeds in every rock wool. And since I like spinach, I decided to grow spinach in 2 of the pods. So here I am preparing the seeds to go in the tower. And once you put the seed, what you need to do is you're going to add some vermiculite. The vermiculite provides some consistent release of added fertilizer that improves moisture retention. And in the process, it promotes growth. We will fill the vermiculite to about halfway through the pod, and the cube, sorry. And we'll take these cubes and put them in the tower. I have all of mine numbered, so I know what is growing where. And you can't hear it, but the water just started flowing through. And I'm going to take you down to see what it looks like. to one of the pods below. As you can see, the water is actually touching the pod. So every time the water cycles, it touches the, the rock wool and keeps everything wet so that things grow. You can also see in the one which I just planted that it's already getting wet. Okay. Once I've put the pods, all 20 pods, and I just sit back and wait for the plants to grow. And I'm currently growing spinach, rainbow chard, sorrel, amaranth, cilantro. Someone had asked earlier about cilantro. It grows no problem in the tower. Mint, basil, romaine, menthe, gongura, and these are some of the plants that I have right. Okay, this is on June 13th, 1 month after I planted. This is what my tower looks like. As you can see, my cilantro, basil, all of them, my chard, you can see my sorrel, you can see my amaranth. They're all growing very well. At the bottom, it's a menthe, and the gonguras on the side. So it's really growing very well. In the past, I have grown peas, cucumbers, bell peppers, and as you see, the tower is very healthy. And with the water cycling and the the tower tonics that I use for fertilizer, this really leads to really healthy eating. And the best part of it is right there in a corner in my kitchen, near my deck. So anytime I want fresh cilantro when I'm cooking, I just go pull some, mint, everything. It's right there at my fingertips. I don't even have to step outside. Okay, the plants that I've grown in the past, like tomatoes, eggplants, green chilies, Brussels sprouts, romaine lettuce, bib lettuce, arugula, a variety of greens. We really enjoyed eating. Nothing to do, just pluck fresh and eat right away. So that's really, really, really fun. Okay, the plants that grow well in the tower. You have the green and leafy vegetables like arugula, kale, chard, lettuce, mustard greens, etc. Fruit-bearing crops, cucumbers, green beans, peas, peppers, tomatoes, zucchini, any type of squashes, pumpkins. Once I even tried growing cauliflower, and they did pretty well. Herbs, we have cilantro, basil, dill, mint, parsley, thyme, everything, they grow very well. But just a word of advice, when you have any, in the beginning when I did the fruit-bearing crops, they flowered very well and then they started falling. And I didn't know what was happening. Why is it that all these flowers are coming and this not bearing fruit? And then I was told that anytime you have a fruit-bearing crop, you really need pollinators. And since we don't have any pollinators indoor, you have to learn how to hand pollinate. And that's one thing which I really, really learned, how to hand pollinate with some trial and error. But I think I got it down pretty well now. I hand pollinate anything that has flowers and that needs to grow. Any plants with vines will need a grow cage for support, because just by opening it out, it's not going to happen. One of the years when I had the cucumber growing, I had some vines all tied up to the walls, and it was growing on my walls in my kitchen. So that was really cool, but unfortunately I don't have a picture of that. Okay, maintenance. It's maintenance. All living things and growing things, they need some food and basically minerals. So Tower Garden has this 2 mineral blends, mineral A and B, and this is what I use periodically to with my, every other time when I add water, I add the minerals so that they grow faster. But in summer, I do it every 3rd time, because in summer the plants do take more water, and when not just water, the water evaporates and the minerals stay behind. So like Sushila Garu and Madhuri said earlier, that you don't want to over fertilize the plants either. So that is something that I learned in the beginning with the trial and error, but now I've got it down to a pretty good science. I do have my grow lights on, which is 16 hours on and 8 hours off. All living things, again, like the earlier speakers mentioned, they do need a light, but also they need time of darkness, just like people, they also need to sleep. The water pump is on for 15 minutes and off for 45 minutes, and it goes throughout the day. The little pencil bulb-like thing that you see at the bottom is my water pH tester. I check the pH balance weekly, the pH has to be maintained between 5.5 and 6.5. If the pH is low, I use the base to increase the pH. And if the pH is high, I use the negative pH acid to lower the pH. And also adding water and adjusting pH balance is you have to do it periodically. And again, if fruit-bearing crops are grown, frequency of the water filling of the tank also increases. Now, where did I get this wonderful product? I got mine from Tower Garden. It's a division of Juice Plus, and it's towergarden.com. There are a lot of other companies that you can Google and get some information on. I can only speak for the Tower Garden because that is my experience. I cannot say anything good or not good about the other companies. Like I said, I can only speak to my experience. And if you like more information about purchasing the Tower Garden, you can email me at shobadunti@gmail.com. One last thing, I want to talk about my inspiration for gardening. My late father was an agricultural scientist, and all my life I've been growing up with fresh, all this plants like Sushila Garu and Madhvi said, growing things really made us feel good. So our whole terrace was full of plants everywhere, and all different type of plants and fresh, fresh vegetables and flowers, and our house was always filled with color. And I do not have a green thumb. Unfortunately, I did not inherit that from either of my parents. And both my parents, they also have a plant nutrient factory. They manufacture plant nutrients. But like I said, I did not inherit the green thumb, and I used to kill everything that I grew. And over time, I learned through my mistakes. I learned from my mistakes what to do and what not to do. So I'm very glad. I was so glad to hear Sushila Garu and Madhvi Garu, because it is one of these things. Is if I'd met them earlier, I wouldn't have killed as many plants as I did. And the Tower Garden, even for a person with no green thumb, it's very, very easy to grow. Okay, thank you for listening to me. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Okay. Let's open up. Thank you, Shobha Garu. That was an awesome, excellent presentation. You removed the blocker and showed us the pathway that there is a possibility to grow plants even during fall and winter in this, New England area. Thank you. And now we are almost done with the program. Let's open up for the question and answers, and Anjani will be leading that task. Yeah, Anjani.
I don't see any in the chat, Andy. I'm not sure if you can feel free to type in, or you can ask the question, unmute yourself, and ask a question to Shobha Garu directly.
I would like to say something to Shobha Garu. Thank you so much, Andy. I really don't know about this one. Like, it is very interesting, like how from manual to technology to side, like a QA manual to automation side, like a software.
Exactly.
So I'm really interested to see that, but now I don't have energy to do the maintaining inside. So when the sincere advice to everyone, whoever on the call, not on the call, try to grow the plants and show to your kids and show them, because my kids are gone to college and done with their college. Now I'm free. Still, I don't have that much interested to do the gardening. Still, this quarantine time making feel so good, like this doing the gardening. But Shobha Garu, thank you so much. One more point, Shobha Garu, you mentioned the green thumb. There is nothing in the green thumb, Andy. You have to make them to grow like a kids. You have to be like, pour the water on time and see them. Looks like they are trying to talk with us. When you are pouring the water on them, you feel like that. So as soon as I come from the office, directly go to the garden. My kids always say, "Oh, your kids are waiting," like that. They used to say to me. So my whole manasu anamata, like car lo vastunnapadi nunchi etlunnayemo ekkuva endunna roju aithe inka bhayamestundede chachipotayemo annattu. So you have to treat them like a small babies.
Yes,
agree with you, Andy. Agree with you, Sushila Garu. I just sit in front of the garden and work. Like whenever I work from home,
And the
And I
kids
like,
will love to see the veggies they grow, and oh my god, the flowers when they peak, everything. And also one more thing, like I heard recently, the dirt also will help a lot of the whoever have some health issues or something.
oh,
I don't know much about that article. Recently I read that one too. Dirt is really good for
okay.
health. So
Yeah.
We have one question, Andy, for Shobha Garu. How about mineral costs? Are they expensive and adutunarandi? Also, what are the ingredients of these minerals? If you have any idea.
Yes, the mineral, they cost about $120 for the whole year. I get it, and then I use it throughout the year, and sometimes it overflows to the next year also. I can get that bottle and share with you what the minerals are. I will do. I can post that later on because I have to go from the call to go get it, but I can get that and post that post the ingredients in a little bit. I will do that.
Sure, Andy. Thank you. Any other questions?
yes, I have a one quick question, Andy Shobha Garu. Maybe it might be in their minds to others. Like how much it is cost around, Andy, to buy this tower, and where is the best place to buy? I mean, in your experience.
Yes, like I said, I got mine from Tower Garden, and there are two models that they have. One of them is what I have, which is the 20 pod, and the other one is I have it here. It's 24 pods because it's got 16 of the regular pods and 8 of the mini the mini pods for microgreens. That is called the Flex Growing System. That is about, that's the 20 pods, it's about $600. And for the grow lights, if you add them, which is very highly recommended in the non-summer seasons, when it's, or when it's indoors, that's about $300. And if you do the home growing system, which is 16 pods and 8 microgreen, which includes the LED, that's about, it's more or less the same. It's about 970 versus 900. But again, if you add all the accessories, if you add the tomato cage and everything, the wheels and everything, it all adds up. But I just started with the basic one and then started adding to it later on.
I have one question, Andy. Can you put this tower garden outdoors, Andy, in the summer? Can we do like that?
Absolutely. A lot of my friends keep it outside in the summer. And yes, so I don't keep it out in the summer. I just keep mine indoors. I have my summer garden outdoors because one of the problems I have is squirrels and bunnies. So they come in, they come up my deck and they eat everything. And I did not want to put a net around my tower. So that's the reason I keep mine indoors. I do my outdoor garden and I have this indoor garden going throughout the year.
Okay.
So yeah, we have one more question from Madhuri, Andy. Maybe this question is for Madhvi Garu because fertilizers she talked about in her presentation. Madhuri adutunaru, can we mix Miracle Grow potting mix, Miracle Grow organic, and cow manure for flowers or veggie plants? Ante ee moodu products mix cheycha అని అడుగుతున్నారండి.
యాక్చువల్గా ఫ్రాంక్లీ స్పీకింగ్ అండి, నేను మిరకిల్ గ్రో యూస్ చేయను. నేను అన్ని ఆర్గానిక్ స్పైక్స్ యూస్ చేస్తాను మామూలుగా. మేబీ సుశీల గారు కెన్ ఆన్సర్ దిస్, రైట్? మిరకిల్ గ్రో కి ఐ యూజువల్లీ డు ద ఆర్గానిక్ గార్డెనింగ్ అండి.
ఓకే ఓకే.
సో యాక్చువల్ గా నేనేం చేస్తానంటే ఇంకా పాటింగ్ లో ఏదైనా ప్లాంట్ గ్రో చేయాలన్నా సీడ్ చేయాలన్నా మిరకల్ గో potting mix because it has to with the moisturizing and everything anamata. When we transfer to the soil, like on the ground, we have to go with the Miracle Grow garden soil. So that I prefer. And on top of that, if you really want, you can use the cow manure, I believe. That is nothing to harm, I believe. Yeah.
ఓకే. శారద గారు ఒక టిప్ షేర్ చేస్తున్నారండి మనకి. యాక్చువల్లీ శారద, డూ యూ వాంట్ టు టాక్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ అండి? యూ కెన్ అన్మ్యూట్ అండ్ షేర్ యువర్ టిప్, యువర్ అడ్వైస్. ఐ నో ఇట్స్ ఎ వెరీ నైస్ వన్, సో ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్.
షూర్ అంజలి గారు, థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఒక్క నిమిషం, ఐ వాజంట్ యాక్చువల్లీ ప్రిపేర్డ్, బట్ జస్ట్ గివ్ మీ 1 second.
Yeah. I mean, I can read it, but I thought it would be nice if everybody can hear you from directly. So
Sure. Okay. Yeah, so I was saying that for those of you who actually don't know, There is also an option to do gardening through community gardens. So the town, not every town might actually provide, but many towns also have this concept of community gardens. Basically, they try to encourage the people in the community to actually grow organic vegetables, because it's kind of actually like, you know, like all the speakers were saying, it actually motivates them, keeps them healthy and all that stuff, right? So there's a lot of good stuff. So we live in Westford. Westford actually has a very supporting system for community gardens. So the beauty of that is, while we are actually growing all these vegetables and fruits or flowers or anything, right? One thing is you need to actually check the pH level of the soil, or, you know, the nitrogen, phosphorus, those kinds of levels, as well as you have to protect from animals, right? Because from deers or, you know, chipmunks or any animals that can actually easily come and take over. So the town actually, what it does is, because it actually provides the garden, there is a nominal fee. For us, we actually pay about like $100. So they have like 3 different sizes of plots. You can choose which plot you actually have, but for a year, it's a very nominal fee. But what they do is actually, they provide water. They actually look at all the nutrients levels. They actually make sure that, you know, it's tilled every year and it's actually ready by Memorial Day. And then you actually get it until October, right?
Yeah.
Not only that, but they actually do fencing. So it's actually protected from all the deers. And on top of it, you actually get to know your local people from all different communities. And then you exchange ideas, thoughts. You know, one of the questions that came up earlier was about bugs. So we actually had a similar problem with bugs. And like Madhavi suggested, you know, neem oil is actually the best. You continue to spray neem oil on a regular basis and hope that it will actually help. Because if you are actually doing it for an organic reasons, then there is no other way. Sometimes you actually see squash bugs, and I got actually advisors, so many advisors from the plots around me, that they would actually tell us like, you know, oh, like, you know, okay, I'm actually facing this problem. That's all you need to tell them. You get advisors and advisors. So they're very good. So I just wanted to call it out, since we are talking all about gardening, that community gardens is also a critical thing. And if any of you are interested, then you should go check out with your town. I'll be happy to share more information if needed. You can reach out to me through Srujana Committee, but just wanted to share.
I agree with you, Sharda. Yeah, Sharon also has that kind of the community gardening. They provide everything. They provide everything. And do they take care of weeds also, Sharda, or do we need to take care? I'm not sure.
So the only thing that they actually take care of, Madhvi, is they actually give you the land. So so they give you the land and then fencing, and they also actually provide water outlets.
Yeah.
So you actually have to carry your own water cans, and depending, you know, sometimes your plot might be very close to the outlet and it's not too much. However, like, you know, if we are actually interested in gardening, taking the watering cans and, you know, doing all that is not as much of a big deal, right? So they don't actually take care of any weeds or anything. So they give you a plot. It's up to you how you plan the whole plot, what you want to grow. I just tell one thing though is, last year we actually did grow totokura. However, because that can actually grow like a weed, and especially, you know, when there is a lot of wind, the seeds can actually go into somebody else's plot.
Exactly.
So the only thing is, because there are so many Indians who actually do in the community gardens in Westford. So like one request from the rest of the gardeners is like, let's not do it this year, because then it actually affects their crops, right? So we follow that. You know, it's good advice that we should be following anyway. So that's what we actually do. That's the only kind of restrictions. But yeah, weeds and all you actually do. They do actually provide. They do actually provide some tools. So when you actually go there, you can actually borrow their tools and then use them, you know, whatever you want to do, like for tilling or, you know, like shovels, scrap, whatever you want, the town actually provides. One other thing is, when you are actually going in the community garden, every year they actually collect, some vegetables, like whoever is willing to donate, they can actually donate part of their crop. Like it's up to you. There is actually a shed. You just go measure how much, what quantity you are actually providing, and what vegetables you are giving, and then write it in the logbook, and they actually send it to the senior center.
Yeah.
So
Thank you, Sharada.
while
I
you are
think
actually
we are running out of time. We can check with Veni on this one first.
Yeah.
Yes, Irvini, I have a question to the answer to the question about the mineral blends.
Yeah, we have
let
time
me see.
till 9:20 for question and answers, Shobha Garu.
Sure, yeah. So the question was, there are two blends. One is mineral A. It has nitrogen, calcium, and iron. And the B blend has phosphate, soluble potash, magnesium, that's water soluble again, sulfur, boron, copper, magnesium, and zinc. So these are the, I'll take a picture and put it in the gardening group, but these are the contents of the two minerals, which we put in the tower.
Yeah, before we forget, we have a WhatsApp group going on. Name is gardening. Yeah, so in that we can share our ideas, thoughts, question and answers for in regards with gardening.
One other question, Andy, from Prashant Garu. Any suggestions for organic pesticide to spray on the top of vegetables, fruit plant leaves, basically?
Yeah, as I suggested, Andy, neem oil is not a fertilizer, but it kills the insects and everything. But for the fertilizers, you can get the organic spikes, fertilizer spikes, Andy.
Oh, okay.
Usually I get it in Amazon or Home Depot. So you can use that.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Shobha Garu, I have a question on your topic. So what is the size of the tower, Andy? So it looks little big. So is there a downsize, or it is the starting basic size?
There is only one size, and it occupies a 5 foot by 5 foot corner in my kitchen. So it's not that big, and it's about, again, 5 foot high. But if you want to add extensions, you can add extensions, but that is the smallest size that is available.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Okay. So are we done with the questions?
Yeah, I think so, Andy. I mean, it's time is now actually 9:60, but I mean, we have a few more minutes, but I don't see any questions.
Yeah, we had a lot of questions posted in the chat, other chat, so that's why. Yeah.
Yeah, we have one more question. Andy.
Yeah, one just now came, Andy. Geeta Garu is asking to let us know any flower plants which are perennial. So I think it's, yeah, Pratik.
Yeah, I think I mentioned in my slides, Sandeep, Geeta Garu, like you can use the peony, azalea, and lilies, and also some of the bulbs. You can get the roses, knockout roses, everything. Those are all perennial. You can use it, Andy. Bulbs also you will get in BJ's, Costco, or Lowe's, or Home Depot as well.
Thank you, Andy. Any idea, Andy, how to take care about the beetle plants? Anybody has any idea? I know, maybe.
Beetle leaves, you mean?
Yeah, beetle plants. The beetle leaf plant, Tamalpaklu antaru kadandi, maybe adi anukuntana. Plant ki ela take care cheyali an idea untunna, how to take care of that.
Madhavi, meekemana undandi?
Ledandi, I've never tried that actually.
Yeah,
okay.
Even I never tried it.
Even in the garden group low, actually a few days before, I've seen some posts about the beetle plants.
Yeah, one more thing, Andy, whoever not in the garden lovers group, you can feel free to join. That is really good to know the info. Like whenever you have some question or something, you can ask, and everybody is happy to help.
Exactly, yeah.
That group is really rocking awesome. Like giving all the suggestions and everything, like the new beginners.
So maybe this is our last question, Andy. One more, last one. Where to buy the tulsi plants? Prashant Garu is asking.
From temples.
The tulsi plant, anyone wants the ginjalu? I have, Andy. You can take it.
Yeah, sometimes they sell in the Indian stores also.
Yeah.
Indian
there are two types of tulasi, Andy, Vishnu tulasi and Krishna tulasi also. Yeah, both also you will get in Indian stores.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So temples also sell them sometimes.
Yeah,
Right,
temples
yeah.
and Indian stores always. Patel Brothers I see every time.
Yeah, even Apna Bazaar too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, most of the Indian stores carry that.
yeah.
Oh, good to know,
Tulasi
Andy.
is very hard to maintain, Andy, but in the summer it will get lot of ginjalu. You can store them and they will fall on the pot, Andy. Even though the plant will go away in the winter time, automatically they will come the small plants. Again, it will come and grow in the same pot when you keep it
Okay.
outside. Yep.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
We're almost very close to wrap
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Veni,
Yeah.
please.
Veni,
Okay.
Veni, this is
Now,
Priya.
yeah. Do you have a question, Priya?
No, I just wanted to say a big thank you to Krishnaveni and team for doing a great job, and I want to personally thank Sushila Garu and Madhvi Garu for their presentation. I was in and out, but I am really looking forward to getting the recording, and I'm sure like all of you have done a fantastic job. Thank you to the team. This is really very beneficial and a great topic, and also Shobha Danti Garu for introducing such a great topic and sharing her experiences. So thank you all. And I think Sushila Garu, I heard mention about the gardening group. So me and Prashant, we started that group. So if anybody wants to join, so Madhavi Sama, who is also presented today, she's also one of the admin, or you can just reach out to any one of the admins and we will be happy to add you in.
Thank you.
Great job, everybody.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Yeah,
on a successful event.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Supriya.
Yeah. Now we are almost done with the program, and I know you all must be thinking like time flew like anything. 1.5 hours is almost there. So I think the whole credit goes to the speakers who made us think that way, So I would request all of you to switch on your cameras so that our committee member Pratibha, who is behind the scene monitoring and working on the WhatsApp group, capturing all nice pictures from past 1.5 hours, will take now a beautiful smile picture, group picture. Okay?
Jenny, I have one question. Will the slides be sent over to everybody?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Everything will be shared. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm new to the group. Can you add me in the group? We are from Richmond, Virginia.
Which group you would like to add, Andy? What's your name, Andy?
Garden lovers, something just now they mentioned.
Yeah, are you in Boston, Srijana?
No, we are from Richmond. We are from Richmond. Can I give my number so that can you add me in the garden lovers?
That is Boston NRIVA Garden Lovers group, Andy. Maybe you can check with.
We will talk offline, Andy. Sushila
Yes.
will talk to you offline, Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pratibha, can you, everyone please open up your camera so that Pratibha can take a picture, a group picture.
One more thing, Andy, I would like to say thank you so much to Sharada for telling about the community garden thing. That is one thing we missed, and Sharada mentioned that this is very useful for whoever does not have their independent home or not able to keep the gardening. That Sharada suggested maybe you can reach out to the town and you can ask them like borrowing the land over there for the planting the
I
plants
totally
and everything.
agree,
That's
Sushila
a
Garu.
really good info, Sharada. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sushila Garu. Yes, I totally agree on that topic. That small topic we missed, that she covered it.
That she covered. Yeah, that's a really good thing actually. Because whoever live in apartment also, this is the one type of opportunity for them to make them to grow their own plants and seed.
Yep.
Once again, thanks to Sharada for
thank you.
covering that.
Pratibha?
I'm taking the picture. Please camera on cheyandi.
Saying 1, 2, 3 cheese.
1, 2, 3 cheese. One more. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Okay,
Pratibha.
thank you, Pratibha.
Congratulations,
Okay.
everybody. The speakers were awesome. It's so inspiring to see the garden and like the outcome of all your pictures were amazing. It's so
Yeah.
inspiring, Andy.
No doubt.
And lot of new tips. Even though I'm an avid like gardener, I learned several new tips today. So thank you to Madhavi and Sushila Garu and of course Sharada. That was very interesting, inspiring,
Yeah.
Sharada.
That is the very good topic that we missed, and it is very good for whoever does not have the place to grow their plant. They can go to their town and check with them.
Thanks,
Sushila. That was amazing. Like,
Penny,
yeah.
I had one more minor update. So at our chapter, what we are thinking is because of the success of our gardening group and also our Shrujana committee bringing up the gardening event, we are thinking of sharing all our success stories from the gardening experience from this summer. So we want to do phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3 of how we all came together as a community and how we learned from each other and how we how this event also helped, and at the end we want to see everybody's produce. So andaru pool gani like vegetables or whatever, like we want to see all the outcome and create a video. And I actually have Maha and Swapna Vuda, who's also another Shrujana member, who is actually going to be, we all are going to be working on how to execute that video. If anybody else is also interested to volunteer or be a part of it, of the execution of the video, we'll be happy. And soon we will be announcing how we will be rolling out the video and who, if we'll also have a sign up. So if anybody want to sign up and be a part of the sharing the success stories, that will be great. Of course, like the speakers have no other choice, they have to be there and share their all of their successes, so everyone else can learn. If they missed it this year, then next year it will be a good success story to share. Also, the idea is to share this with our national group, NRIVA national group, also to show how Boston chapter and Boston community has come together in at a gardening
Several events. Yeah.
And this is really unique and one of a kind. So I think that will be great. So you will hear more from us, Andy, in the near future. So stay tuned and take pictures of your gardening stuff. And I'm sure like we're seeing a lot of pictures coming through, but if you haven't, start making, compiling those pictures, and we will reach out to you soon. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Supriya. Okay, now it's time to thank you. A thank you note is going to give by Sirisha.
Good evening, everyone. I am Sirisha Parimari, Boston member of Boston Shrujana team. Would like to take privilege of vote of thanks on this event. Thank you, speakers Madhavi Garu, Sushila Garu, and Shobha Garu for a highly informative demonstration for this evening. You have provided a number of ideas for our participants to try at home. Your presentation was stunning. Thank you, Boston Shrujana committee, for all the support and your help. And thank you, Shrujana team, for coming up with this great event. I hope you all enjoyed this night.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sirisha. Thank you, everyone. And we will post all the question and answers document to the Shrujana team and other groups, so that even though they missed it, they can view it later. And that's it. Pretty simple. Yeah. And we're going to send a feedback form where you can fill in your ideas or what type of next future events you would like to see. And based on the voting, we would like to, share that. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night. Good night.
Happy Father's Day. Advance wishes to you.
Happy
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay then. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Andy.
Bye.